Hi family and welcome back. As you may know by now, my name is Bupe and on here I talk about all things charity, NGOs and developmental stuff. And without further ado, I'll just get into it with one little disclaimer. I am fighting off a cold, so in case my voice breaks, do bear with me and exercise some patience. That said, we are looking at sustainable development goals, aka SDGs, aka global goals. That's what we're looking at today. But before we talk about the sustainable development goals, we will have to go back a little in time and discuss briefly the Millennium Development Goals. Now, the Millennium Development Goals were basically 8 international goals that were adopted following the Millennium Summit of the United Nations in the year 2000. They had a lifespan of 15 years from the year 2000 to the year 2015. The Millennium Development Goals focused on developing countries and more on the social aspect of things. Now, fast forward to the year 2015, the United Nations General Assembly then adopted a resolution called Agenda 2030, where we find the SDGs. What is the UN General Assembly anyway? The UN General Assembly is one of 6 principal organs of the United Nations, and it is the policy making body, and that's how come they made the resolution to adopt the SDGs in 2015, and they have a lifespan running up to the year 2030. Okay, a few differences between the MDGs and the SDGs is that one, you will see that the MDGs focused on developing countries, while the SDGs focus on the world in its entirety. You will notice that the MDGs focused on the more social aspects of the developing worlds, but the SDGs expanded on that, and they look at the environment and even the economies and even the social aspects of the world and the different countries. Now, the UNGA, like we had said, the United Nations General Assembly, comprises of all member states. So even when they were agreeing to adopt this, there was good representation from all member states in agreeing to adopt this. Now back to the focus of our video today, which is the SDGs. So we need to answer the question, why are SDGs important? So the aim of the SDGs was sort of threefold, okay? 1 was to end poverty, 2 to protect the planet, and 3 to ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity by the year 2030. That's why it is also called Agenda 2030. I like how Wikipedia puts it. It says they are basically a blueprint to achieve a better, more sustainable future for all. I love that. And you see that a lot of non-governmental organizations have put a lot of their work around the sustainable development goals because they're well thought out and touch on many aspects of our livelihood. So, like I said, they were adopted at the UN General Assembly in 2015 via a resolution. A resolution is basically a decision on paper. So nothing technical, it's just a decision. We have agreed this is what it is, and that is how they came to be. So now we have said a few things about how the SDGs are different from the MDGs. Now we know a bit about what the General Assembly is as a policy making body, and it's one of 6 organs of the United Nations. Now we can go into seeing what exactly are the Sustainable Development Goals, and they are 17. in number, and I will go ahead and just state them, and you will be able to see them on the screen as I do that. These are the Sustainable Development Goals. 1. No poverty. 2. Zero hunger. 3. Good health and well-being. 4. Quality education. 5. Gender equality. 6. Clean water and sanitation. 7. Affordable and clean energy. 8. Decent work and economic growth. 9. Industry, innovation and infrastructure. 10. Reduced inequality. 11. Sustainable cities and communities. 12. Responsible consumption and production. 13. Climate action. 14. Life below water. 15. Life on land. 16. Peace, justice, and strong institutions. And 17. Partnerships for the goals. And so that is our basic introduction to what the Sustainable Development Goals are. And as we learn more through the profiles of what NGOs are doing, we will be able to see how each one is strategically aligned to one or more of these sustainable development goals, because it is a global agenda, it is a worldwide agenda. The intent is to create a better world for all, one that is sustainable, a world that we can pass on to a future generation. It is always so good to be with you, whether brief or long. I have to say bye now. Try and get better. And thank you for joining me as usual. Have some love. I'll leave you. Bye.